Hey there, duelists! It's Happy's Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Show! Hi there, and welcome to Happy's Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Show. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series inspired type of show where me and two of my only friends that would agree to do this with me open up 24 packs of each Yu-Gi-Oh! Set, one at a time from oldest to newest. We'll then attempt to build the deck using whatever limited card pool is available to us and duel each other in a round-robin fashion. If you missed last episode, you aren't really missing much. It was 90 minutes of the least engaging format in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have no pity for you. Last time I managed to win 2-0 with my Wasteland beatdown strategy, and I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. Though the odds of me actually bringing that deck back for a second run are slim to none. And that's because this time we're opening up 24 packs of Metal Raiders, a set that power creeps the previous one by a drastic margin. Unlike Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Metal Raiders has a litany of playable cards, and also a litany of bannable cards, as I'm sure you will start to understand. We're going to start off from top to bottom, from the highest rarity to the lowest rarity cards that are of note in this set. Secret rares, there are no secret rares that matter. I don't want to pull any secret rares. Hoping to manifest that. Ultra rares, there are a few that matter. There's Summoned Skull, a 2500 one-tribute monster that is going to be the most powerful one-tribute summon we can muster for a long, long time. Won't be upset to see him. There's also Change of Heart, a very powerful dual monsters staple that just steals one of your opponent's monsters for the duration of a turn. To the unengaged, this may not sound like a very powerful spell, but let me assure you, this is game-endingly powerful under the right circumstances. Next is Solemn Judgment, a trap card that, when flipped up, negates the summon of a monster or the activation of any spell trap card at the cost of half of your current life points. Which may sound like a steep cost to pay, but being able to negate any one thing of your choice is a very potent effect. Lastly in this slot is Mirror Force, another powerful trap card that destroys all of your opponent's attack position's monsters when they declare an attack. It's a good way to sneak out games that your opponent has every right to win. Next up are the super rares. The first card of note here is Heavy Storm. It just destroys every spell and trap card on the field, whether face up or face down. And this is going to be exceptionally useful for almost the entire duration of this progression. Next is Tribute to the Doomed, a good generic removal spell. At the cost of one discard, you can target any monster on the field and destroy it. Pretty good. Next up are the rares, and buckle yourself in because there's quite a few that are important here. First, and chief among them, are two cards that serve the same utility. Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest are both cards that when they go to the graveyard, by any means, you'll be able to add one monster from your deck to your hand, so long as it meets with a certain stat line. For Sangan, it has to have 1500 or less attack points, and for Witch of the Black Forest, it has to have 1500 or less defense. These are both very powerful for a very long time, but Witch of the Black Forest is slightly better because her pool of monsters she can fetch are a little bit better. Next is an entire suite of cards that all have a similar function. All of them are able to boost the attack points of a certain attribute of monsters on the field, and reduce the attack points of the opposite attribute. So these are good inclusions in beatdown strategies that all rely around a certain attribute. I would be happy to get a playset of any of these realistically, but I would say Witch's Apprentice and Starboy are probably the two best. Next is Magician of Faith. This is a flip monster that when she flips face up, she can find one spell card in your graveyard and add it to your hand, which under the right circumstances can be a huge amount of advantage to generate off of a single card. Next is Dark Elf. This one might not seem like a lot, and that's because it's really not, but she's a 2000 attack normal summon that's able to hit over almost anything in the format at the cost of 1000 of your life points every time you attack with her. This does mean that if you get low enough on life towards the end of the game, you might just be sitting on a Dark Elf that literally can't attack. But nonetheless, I'm still hoping to get as many of these cards as I can. And lastly for the rares is White Magical Hat. I love this card, and I'm really hoping to get one this time around because I've never actually pulled a White Magical Hat before. Every time he hits your opponent's life points, he can pull one card at random from your opponent's hand and throw it into the discard pile. This can be a suffocating effect if it's resolved onto you multiple times. It's really scary, honestly. And lastly, the commons. All of the commons are a lot more short-sighted than the rest of the cards we've been looking at. The first one is Jirai Gumo. This is a lovely little spider friend who has 2200 attack, which is even bigger than the Dark Elf as previously mentioned. But every time he attacks, you have to flip a coin, and if you call wrong, you lose half of your current life points, which is an absurd cost to pay for every single attack. But theoretically, he's the best normal summon if you just only flip heads. Next up is Seven Colored Fish. This is just a normal monster with 1800 attack. No tricks or traps here, he's just a good normal summon who is unbelievably better than every single normal monster from Legend of Blue Eyes. It's kind of insane. The only other comment of note is Stim Pack. This is an equip card that can be equipped to any monster for 700 attack, though with the caveat that every standby phase its attack will be dropped by 200. This is definitely worth it though, as it takes quite a few turns for it to actually drop down into the negatives, and it'll probably be dead by then anyway. So with all of that in mind, let's start pulling. I'm also really hoping to get this guy. He's one of my favorite cards ever, Jinzo number 7. All he really does is attack your opponent's life points directly and have a very, very dinky attack stat. But if you can buff him up with things like Witch's Apprentice or the Stim Pack or the Sword of Deep-Seated, which I really don't want to play, he can hopefully stay on the field long enough to burn your opponent just a couple times. We'll see if I get enough cards to facilitate a Jinzo number 7 strategy, but I'm certainly looking forward to that. All right, 24 packs of Metal Raiders. Let's see what we can make happen.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Super Show. Today we are doing Metal Raiders. It was quite the adventure last time. I got horribly clobbered. It was brutal, honestly. I realized partway through that I don't know how to play classic Yu-Gi-Oh! I am very much a modern player, so don't flame me too hard. But today we are working on pulling from Metal Genders, which is invented for the sole purpose of making Yugioh actually fun to play. To take a look here, we have quite the selection. We have such beautiful stat lines as the Bistro Butcher, which depressingly we might actually need to play, but really we're more concerned about bigger and better things. The real genders such as Ancient Lizard Warrior and Trent. Jokes aside, though, here's hoping we actually get some nice pulls. I particularly want Barrel Dragon, because my luck is known to be extremely good. But, here we go. Hopefully this is enjoyable.
I'm back despite popular requests because Happy found some Taco Bell Diablo sauce in the couch cushions, and that's enough of a budget. Off the back of a 1-1 record, and more importantly the light kill, we now have 24 packs of Metal Raiders, which is famous for not being Legends of Blue Eyes, which I am very happy about. This set contains more 2K defenders in the form of Wormsack and Rat. It also contains me during last episode. I just want one copy of a passable tribute monster to make things less painful. I'll even take Catapult Turtle just for a potential sneaky lethal at some point. Looking for a Magician of Faith, not because it can recycle Pot of Greed and a piece of removal, nah. I want to recycle my one copy of Swords of Revealing Light solely to be annoying. Copies of Crass and Dream Happy are fine, but they're much better later, when I won't play them because they're too mainstream. Standard beaters like 7-Colored Fish, Jirai Gumo, Dark Elf are good now, especially the last two when Ace can't pull a full suite of Starboy. Lastly, in Metal Raiders is some solid removal in the form of Uno Reversed, a Storm whose weight has been measured somehow, Bakura, and 50-50 Wizard because I'm not a coward. So, let's see if I can get anything good.
All right, pack number 1, let's go. Little Chimera is the rare. That is the fire attribute buffer. I like it a lot. Hey, look, it's a 2K defender, Prevent Rat. Hope Zae doesn't get any of those.
Rat! We're off to the 2K defender wall train.
Ooh, we already have the pieces to polymerize Skull Knight, I believe its name is. And look, we have a tribute summon. Strictly worse than other options, but we have it. Delightful.
Ooh, Bladefly is the wind attribute buffer. The Cheerful Coffin, huh? Yeah, that's a Cheerful Coffin, alright.
Stim Pack is actually good. There's the worm. Pumpkin, do I play this? I mean, like, its stats kinda suck, but it has, like, a useful effect, doesn't it? Right, it needs Castle of Dark Illusion. I will simply pull a Castle of Dark Illusion. I think that's in this set.
Jinzo number 7 and Sangen, I guess. Jinzo number 7. I know the others would be very happy to see this card, so I think it's mandatory that we put that in.
Man, I've kind of forgotten how weak a lot of the cards in this set are. I might have been overhyping it just a little bit, to be honest.
Another Stim Pack I'm not going to complain about. Secret Rare Thousand Dragon doesn't do anything. Bladefly, what does this do again? I mean, if I get enough wins, maybe it's playable. Jirai Gumo is good, because I'm not a coward.
Larvae Moth. Now, the Petite Moth, that's something I didn't mention before. I'm not going to hold out hope for getting the full moth line, but if I do get it, I think they would flay me alive if I didn't play it, and honestly, I wouldn't blame them.
Ooh, my first white magical hat. Okay, I'm probably just gonna end up pulling this guy because if you can drop him on a clear board, it's just a free rip from your opponent's hand, and that is kind of monumental.
Another moth. I will take that. Jinzo 7. Cannon Soldier. I will take because I might cheese a win. And another 2K Defender.
And look who it is. We have Skull Knight, and I feel so bad. I forgot to mention the Gate Guardian. Let's just say I'm going to try to shoehorn those in the best I can. But it's a tragedy we don't actually have the polymerization because we now have the Skull Knight that I mentioned earlier.
Another Milas Radiant. Maybe I'll get the workings of an Earth Beatdown strategy. Hey, Magician of Faith. Love to see her. And a Stim Pack. Very good.
There's an ultra rare type. I am playing this. 100%. I don't care if it loses me the game. Maybe it wins me the game. A Dark Elf is really good. And a second Rat. This is really good. Like, yeah, it costs life points to attack, but it is a 2K attacker, and that's good enough. And another 2K defender. I need one more rat for the playset, I believe.
And Saggy the Dark Clown. And the Great Moth, I just need the Petite Moth and the Cocoon of Evolution. I want that so bad. This is just complete earnest feelings here, no jokes. I want the Moth set so bad.
Ugh. Cocoon of Evolution is another 2K defender. This card does technically have an effect, but if someone manages to resolve it, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
Playset of Moth, great, fantastic. 7-colored fish. I don't need more of those. Moth to recycle paralyzing potions, any other removal spell, fantastic.
Summoned Skull! Okay, we're actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I think this is the best card I've pulled. I think this is the best card I've pulled, straight up, including Legend of Blue Eyes. I'm ecstatic. We actually get to play. Oh my. It's real. The sheer happiness of Summoned Skull with his handsome face. Joy to the world.
Barrel Dragon! Hey, no longer are the days of having 0 2 tribute monsters. What does this guy do again? He's got 2600 attack. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, toss a coin 3 times, and destroy it if 2 or more of the results are heads. Cool. That's kind of removal. That could be invaluable in this format. I don't know. I'll probably put him in the deck just because I want a 2 tribute monster.
That's a good card. Discard 1, pop a monster. I mean, it's still at the end of the day like a 2-for-1, but as a spell. This will help me so well.
Heavy Storm 2! That's another card I forgot to mention. There's really just too many nice things to go over. Heavy Storm is absolutely going in right away.
I don't think I've gotten any Witch's Apprentice, sadly. Cannon Soldier. No, I don't want that at all. Little Chimera. Oh no. We're at the last few packs and things are not looking very good. Oh, maybe I stand corrected. Solemn Judgment is a huge card to have. It'll be really great going forward, but honestly, I don't know if it'll be able to carry this week on its own. White Magical Hat's fun to see, though.
And Tremendous Fire is here. Now, I very much want a full playset of this. I am still believing in the burn deck later on down the line, or here if my other pulls are bad enough. I want it to work so bad. There's the second Tremendous Fire in Sangan. Maybe the third Sangan. I haven't been paying attention to him, which is a shame. He's a good boy. Look at him. Look at that happy little face. You could just pick him up and throw him as far as you could.
Oh no. That's my third Bladefly, so I did end up getting a playset of one of the attribute-aligned buff monsters, but I just don't know if it'll be enough. I guess Blue Winged Crown is alright for a wind beats kind of strategy. Maybe? Uh-oh. Well, this doesn't look great. Only 1 7-colored fish. And just 2 stim packs, and 1 sword of the deep-seated. Oh, this might be really, really bad, fellas. Oh, no Witch or Sangan either. Oh boy. This is a bad Metal Raiders opening, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna see what I can turn this into. I honestly have no idea what it's gonna be yet, so I'll see you at deck building.
Another castle. Fantastic. I think that's the place of a great mod. Honestly, I didn't get a Mirror Force, which is sad. But a lot of these I can't super complain about. So that's good.
Final pack. Come on, the petite moth. I'm not asking for much, am I? I don't know petite moths. Is it insane to say I might use my wild cards for this? I feel like it's insane to use my wild cards for this. But the Tremendous Fire, the Clown, the Summoned Skull, really. I was hoping to meme a little bit harder, but I only got Sanga and Kaze Jin. I don't think I got a Sui Jin. And I definitely didn't get Gate Guardian. Shame. The memes are out of my reach. But I guess I have some actually good cards this time. For the time, anyways. I feel like I'm going to be replacing about 90% of my previous deck. But here's what we have, so hopefully I don't have my emotions crushed immediately upon the deck building again like I did last time. But sending it off to the others once more.
So actually I lied, we're not going to deck building yet. Part of the fun of this series is that we're also opening up every side product in between two mainline sets. In this case, it's Tournament Pack 1, but before you get too excited, I do need to inform you that there is almost nothing in this pack that matters, I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, Axe Raider has an attack that exists, I think. Yeah, it has 1,700. That's a big number. Speaking of big numbers, this is a $1,000 card, Mechanical Chaser. This is just a generic normal monster with 1850, and also, technically in this point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, this is the strongest normal summonable monster, hence why it was so expensive at the time, but for our format, it's not gonna matter for very long. I don't think there's anything else in this pack that actually matters even a little, but I'm sure one of the other two will throw one of these weirdo monsters at me or something. Like Cockroach Knight. What does he even do? It is returned to the top of the... Wow, he's so bad. And he can miss timing. Oh man, love that guy. There's really not a whole lot going on here, but we do get a free 6 packs of Tournament Pack 1. Alright, let's see what we can swing from this one. Yeah, this is pretty much what you can expect. A bunch of garbage normal monsters. Beast King of the Swamps. Don't know what that does, but I'm sure it's worthless. It is. Hey, Cockroach Knight! Yo! Yep. Pretty much about what you can expect from this pack. No Mechanical Chaser, but I'm sure one of us will get it. Yeah, no, I don't think any of this is going in the deck, to be honest with you. Well, alright, now we'll see you at deck building.
Hello, everybody. So, once again, we're actually doing a little bit of extra pools. I'm sure Happy explained already. But, this is Tournament Pack 1. I'm going to be honest, I did not realize this existed until today. It's where we get such wonderful characters, such as Watkid, though, getting ready for the Watts down the line. That's some foreshadowing down the line for anybody who keeps an eye out. Just remember this little fellow. But jokes aside, I think really the only thing I would actually care about here is Mechanical Chaser. Though for the memes, I do want Raimei as well. That burn deck will happen. But let's just get right into it, I guess. I honestly don't know what to expect from this, so let's see what we got. Starting off with Shining Friendship. Just a real delightful lad. Look at him. Perfectly orbular. A nice happy face. WoW Warrior, which is really an interesting name. Don't know what to even think of him. Oslo Hero, the friend to Watkid, but not as cool. Cockroach Knight. I don't like him, but he's there. Another Shining Friendship. And Bean Soldier! Yeah! We got a full playset of the Judgment Hand. I wonder if that'll ever turn into anything. Well, this is a very odd pack, but here we are. So let's see where we go with this.
As a special treat, we also have enough allowance to afford 6 packs of Tournament Pack 1, which doesn't really have anything good besides 7.5 colored fish, but I will play White Hole just because I can and to ruin Ace's Day yet again. Yo, Bean Soldier. I mean, if I want a wind strategy or a water strategy, maybe, but I feel I have better stuff to do with that. Hand. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Nothing great out of this. This pack is somehow worse than Legend of Blue Eyes. I don't know how they managed that. What tournament did these win? Why is this a tournament pack? I don't know. Alright, after all of that, I'll see you for the deck profile once I construct it.
So now that each of us have our pulls out of the way and our wildcards from last episode exchanged, it's time to move on to deck building. Speaking of those wildcards, I got 3 common wildcards from last episode, which can only be exchanged for Legend of Blue Eyes commons, which means I got scammed. There's nothing good in Legend of Blue Eyes at common rarity. So I decided to meme and get a handful of cards that I will never use if I am in my right mind, except Skull Servant. You know I'm gonna be using him when the time comes. But for now, let's get on with this deck profile. And guys, it doesn't look good for me. Like I said, my Metal Raiders pulls were underwhelming to say the least, and Tournament Pack doesn't really add anything to this format, I'm gonna be entirely honest. So I've put together maybe the best 40 cards I own, but we'll get to each of them as we go. Barrel Dragon to have a 2 tribute monster that could possibly act as a win condition if I get lucky on his coin flip ability. When this guy comes out, he can usually run over any one monster, being a 2600 beater, and he can have a chance to blow up a second monster, so he can sort of act as a 2 for 2 under the right circumstances. That said, we've also got every single 2K defender left in my possession. Giant Soldier of Stone, 2 Harp, 3 Prevent Rat, and 2 Cocoon of Evolution. They're about the only thing that will stay face down on the field for more than a couple turns so that Barrel Dragon can actually come out. Anything else will probably die before then because my opponents have copious amounts of removal and probably better beaters than me. Speaking of big beaters, Jirai Gumo is in this deck. He is pretty much the biggest thing in the format, but obviously comes at a tremendous cost. And now for the questionable part of the deck, I decided to include a Wind Beats package because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have 40 playable cards. So, Bladefly. This guy buffs up the attack points of all wind monsters on the field, including my opponents, by 500. That should be okay because I don't think my opponents are running very many wind monsters anymore. And yes, while he has a tiny amount of attack himself at 1100, he can come onto the field after I already have a Blue Winged Crown, possibly even buffed by one of my equip spells, and boost that thing up to a huge number. That just might be enough to be able to clear my opponent's threats. Skullride Bird and Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress #1 are my other wind beaters. I'm really not happy about including these, but you do what you gotta do. And lastly for the monsters is just a bunch of good MR cards. Dark Elf, 7 Colored Fish, Hane Hane from last episode, Mask of Darkness, hopefully to recycle Solemn Judgment, and 7 Tools of the Bandit, otherwise it's literally just a chump blocker and is completely useless if those aren't in the graveyard. White Magical Hat to rip cards from my opponent's hand if the board is clear, or I have some sort of removal spell to deal with whatever monsters they have in play. Dream Clown because I needed a 40th card, and who better than the dreamiest clown of all of them. Magician of Faith because I have a whole lot of spells that I would love to recycle, especially Pot of Greed, but getting an extra copy of a removal spell will never be a bad thing either. Block Attack is a quasi-removal spell, much like Stop Defense from the last episode. This one we use on beaters that my opponents want to have an attack position, like Jirai Gumo, Dark Elf, or 7 Colored Fish. All of those have really puny defense stats when compared to their attack. Fishery for removal, Pot of Greed to be the best card in my deck, Paralyzing Potion because if my opponent has something huge like a 2 tribute monster and I don't have a removal spell, I might just need to sit on this for a few turns before I can find one. Simpack as the best equipped spell in the format, Share the Pain as a bad removal spell, Solemn Judgment and 7 Tools of the Bandit just to negate some of the things my opponents are doing that might be devastating to me. Like if Ace tries to resolve a Dark Hole, I can always Solemn it out of existence. Or if my opponent decides to drop a huge 2 tribute monster, I can Solemn Judgment it to negate the summon but keep the 2 tribute monsters dead. 7 Tools of the Bandit is just good in case my opponent wants to flip up a good trap. Not that I think there are that many in this format, but maybe my opponent's got a Solemn Judgment or something. And that's about it for this deck. I don't have a ton of hope, but maybe if my opponent's pulls were bad enough, I can sneak at least one win. We'll have to see. All right, let's get into these matches.
Hello everybody. So, here we are at the deck profile. I am much happier this time with the last time. Last time, I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing, but I think I've got something semi-relevant going on here. So to start off, due to our wildcard system that Happy has got us going with, I decided to just grab a ton of removal. I decided to grab 2 Fissure and a Dark Hole, because I simply just do not want my opponents to have monsters. I do not like them, so I'm going to make them go away. But let's go through the deck card by card. So, to start over for a general overview, we have a bit of a fiend beatdown thing going on with Summoned Skull. Yes, we pulled the big boy, so we're just building around him because why not? Decided to throw in a Crass Clown because his stat line ain't too horrible, and if he managed to get off his effect, that could be really useful, and he's boosted by the various things I've got around. Sangan is here to basically tutor out pretty much just my walls. We have our 2k defenders, decided to put in Prevent Rat because I like him. Woody Phantom's here because he's a fiend with an okay attack. And then we have the just here because they have good attack section. Blue Winged Crown is pretty good. Ryu Kishin has literally the same stat line, and he's boosted by all the fiend things. Same with Maureen Fin. 7-colored fish is here because he just has so much attack. We also have Jirai Gumo because I'm a nutcase, and Bistro Butcher for the same reason. He's a fiend, gets boosted, good attack. And notably, we have the Petite Moth. I don't know how I missed pulling him in the previous time, but I actually did. I feel so sad for missing my little man. I must have scrolled right over him because he's just a normal monster. But we do indeed have the setup for a great moth. If I manage to pull this out, I won in the moral sense, you know? We have the Summoned Skull, previously mentioned, and a Kaze-gen. He's pretty hefty for the tributes, but I figured he's probably worth it. Same with the Pot of Greed, the best card in the game. Sort of deep-seated, it just gives a whole ton of attack. Dark Energy and Yami's there to boost the Fiend, and then the aforementioned removal. And I also pulled a Heavy Storm, so I figured with the actual advent of usable trap cards, I didn't pull a Mirror Force myself, but I imagine the others might. Heavy Storm will come in handy. Robin Goblin is here just because I thought it would be funny, could rip some cards out of the opponent's hand. And Magic Jammer just to stop any other spells that might be out of the way. I have enough garbage to discard for it anyhow. So here's hoping we can do something fun with this.
Alright, this is the deck I have now. In the wake of the doll banning the blue hairs and pronouns icon Aquamador, I have 3 Fisher for my wild cards, which I will be using to strangle him. You still have Manator Bug, because it's just all removal. We got a bunch of 2k defenders, because of course, we got the Shield and Sword to make them 2k attackers for the turn. Pot of Greed, good card. Swords of Revealing Light, good card to stall, and I can recycle it with Magician of Faith, stall more. Dark Elf, because it's a big attacker. Block attack to get over big attackers. Got the Time Wizard, because maybe it does something funny. Stim Pack to help get over big stuff. Paralyzing Potion to stall some more. 7-colored fish because it's just a nice attacker. Jirai Gumo because it's a big dude. Castle of Dark Illusion because it's basically a 2k defender. Flame Cerebrus. I don't know why it's spelled like that. It's got decent attack for a 1 tribute. Cannon Soldier because maybe I burn people out. Tremendous Fire to burn people out, and because I assume the others are on Dark Elf and Jirai Gumo, so this can help cheese out wins and can be recycled with Magician of Faith because I'm evil. Tribute to the Doom because it's solid removal. Witch of the Black Forest because it searches, Cannon Soldier, it searches the fish, Jirai Gumo, Magician of Faith, Time Wizard if I need it, even Dark Elf, and a Robin Goblin just because maybe it removes saved removal because I don't want my stuff getting removed. Yes, I know I'm on 46 cards. I don't care.
And we're back. Here we are in Metal Raiders format. This set is, I think, in my opinion, you get a good bundle of pretty decent and playable cards. Some of them are way too high rarity to actually make an impact, but you get things like Dark Elf, Jirai Gumo, and 7-colored fish. What do you two think?
Gate Guardian Turbo.
Yeah, I considered playing Great Moth.
Me too, to be honest.
You considered playing Great Moth. I don't know why that doesn't surprise me.
I really shouldn't. I had the strat, but I figured 46 cards was optimal.
46?
46? Okay.
Oh, interesting. All
It's
right.
really 44 if you count Pot of Greed.
How about you, Ace?
I actually feel really good about this one. I realized I know very little about these early formats, and that's going to stay that way for a good while. But I don't know. I kind of like what I have thrown together. It feels like almost relevant.
I got combos.
I'm so glad to hear it for you two. On my half, I think I'm going to go 0-2 this week, but that just means more wild cards for me.
You did say that last laughed last time, too, that you would go 0-2.
I have a gross sense of underconfidence in this game.
Ace will go 2-0, you'll go 0-2, and I'll go 1-1, and we'll all be 2-2.
It'll be a nice little party.
That would be ideal. I would be very happy if that happened. So let's get on with the matches here. The first one is... last time the first one was me versus Zae, so I think this time it should be me versus Ace. We should rotate around in that fashion.
That sounds good to me. As you as the god of this realm always gets to go first.
We start off with some scissoring.
Hey Ace, can you stop?
No.
I guess there are two parties involved in this, huh?
Alright, get out of here.
Okay, thank God.
Ace already playing stall in the rock, paper, scissors.
Listen, you can't let them know about that.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey, I noticed in the video we forgot to draw for turn quite a few times. Could you do that, please?
I drew for turn.
Ace didn't.
Yeah, I completely forgot. It's okay, my deck was garbage anyways.
What are you drawing into, the LOP cards?
I'm drawing into 7 colored fish.
Oh, it's over for me. I can't win. All right, I'm gonna start off with a cool pot of greed.
Uh-oh, that's the best card in the game.
Oh, wow. Wow. I do have cards after all.
Normal summon the 13th grave.
We're gonna normal summon Blue Winged Crown.
Uh-oh.
And we're gonna equip it with a stim pack.
A stim pack?
I was like, what equips are you possibly running? I was like, oh yeah, the best one.
The greatest one that has been printed thus far. So he's now a 23, and I'll go ahead and hit over 5.
Alright, what's 500?
500s.
500.
And then check this out. I'm gonna set 2 cards.
Holy cow, 2 of them? I'm screwed. Alrighty. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna make that go away. Let's figure that. Put him in the hole.
What happens if I solemn here?
You're solemn judgmenting?
Please tell me you have a second fissure in hand.
Yeah, I do. It's a really big one.
Oh no!
You know what? That works. Most valuable fissure you've ever seen.
Let's bring out the big boy.
You did almost 6,000 damage this turn.
I know. I'm really good at this game.
All right, I lost.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Let's bring out the Bistro Butcher.
Wow.
He is indeed here.
Okay.
Let's see if I take 200 damage.
You take 200 damage.
I do indeed take 200 damage. Well,
If only the butcher let you draw 2 cards.
that's all for me. But dang, I used my dark hole on your bird. Now there's a rat.
That's true. That's a true observation about the series of events that occurred. I'm just gonna set and pass.
I see. Oh, alright. We're gaming now.
Are we?
I don't know.
We are, because I'm going to activate Yami.
Wow. You're still on Yami. Okay.
Yeah, still on Yami.
Still on Yami,
No,
because I'm
I
going to
respect
tribute Ryu Kishin Powered to bring out the man himself.
Oh! All right.
Ruse.
I'm glad someone got him. All right, cool.
I'm glad someone got him too, because I'm someone. So we're going to see whatever this is with Bistro Boy.
All right.
Well, that does.
Oh, actually, this is a fairy.
It is a very Yummy Gaming.
Yummy gaming. All right, I drew my other pot of greed.
Oh my gosh! Stop drawing things. I don't want you to remove my big boy.
I just don't feel good.
Good. The amount that you're thinking worries me, though. It makes me feel like you actually
Yeah.
have plays.
I have a play. It just negs me so horrendously. All right, let's. I'll show you though. I'm gonna go ahead and flip up block attack on the summon skull,
Block attack, no.
and then,
Now he's just a 14 defense boy.
and then, I'm gonna summon my boyfriend Dream Clown,
Not Dream Clown, no!
and I'm gonna give him a stim pack.
Oh, Oh no!
All right, 3 for 1. Let's go.
Oh my god, you defeated Summon Skull.
Yeah, but I don't feel good about it.
And boosted by Yami.
Okay,
I'm gonna summon Blue Winged Crown.
Ah, love them.
And I'm going to attack.
We're gonna take 100 here.
You can take 2 cards. And then a young 16.
Yeah.
And then in main phase 2, because I still have that habit, I'm gonna set 1.
Sounds great. Rough day for the happy believers. I'm just gonna say that much.
I
good.
hope it gets worse.
It's just gonna be set 2 pass.
Set 2 pass. Alright, Mirror Force incoming. So, we're just gonna get right into it.
Let's just jump right into it. Yeah, this is a giant soldier of stone.
I guess I'll let it there.
No removal.
No removal.
Crab Rave.
Crab Rave. Yeah, I used 2 of them on...
on Blue Winged Crown, and that made me lose the game.
Indeed. Let's just go ahead and hit that face down.
It's still a 2k defender.
Thank you for asking. It is still a 2k defender. Well, at least I'm not taking damage this time. I feel really good about that.
It's almost like I'm dueling.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tribute prevent that. And guess what? We're also gonna tribute giant soldier of stone.
There's
and
no
we're gonna
way.
summon Barrel Dragon.
No!
We are going to activate its ignition effect, targeting the Bistro Butcher.
Not the butcher. So, come on, Tails. Tails never fails. My luck is known to be extremely good.
Hell yeah! Fun fact for all you people at home, flipping 3 coins and seeing if 2 are heads is the exact same probability as flipping 1 coin and seeing if it's heads.
Wow.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run over this Blue Winged Crown.
What is that, 1,000? Heavens.
Alright, draw Dark Hole and win.
Alrighty, I don't think I'll do that. I'll just have Fissure already in my hand.
Ah. Well,
then,
it was a valiant effort, lads.
And then...
Any monster, yeah, no, you got this one.
Yippee! I actually won! Man, I'm so satisfied with that. Holy cow. I cannot believe.
I got to summon Barrel Dragon, so I feel
You
good
did!
too.
Summoned Skull and Barrel Dragon in the same duel. That's good stuff.
Alright, you guys can go ahead.
I like the color coding we all got. Ah! You counted the scissor strat.
It's almost like they watched you pull scissors 40 times in a row. Wow, you weren't joking about 46 cards.
Yeah,
You really
it's
do.
optimal.
Actually,
Is
it's
it
not
now?
actually.
Draw for 1. Do I do the funny play or the good play?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, so I want to activate the ace card.
Oh
Tremendous-
no!
Oh no, you turned the tables on me! No, you're the one running the burn deck. To note, I actually did pull some tremendous fire, but I
Yeah,
decided
it's like,
against
what, a
playing
common?
it. Yeah. Do I wanna be honest with myself with what's going on with that face?
Honest
down?
doesn't come out yet.
I'm going. Alright, yeah, no, I'm just going to attack you. Anyways, here's Marinthin.
What the
Yeah?
Yeah, everybody loves Marinthin.
Wait, that's a 5-star. Hold on.
It is? Holy shit.
Hold on. Hold on now.
Ace is cheating!
I did not realize this is a 5-star. Wow.
Yeah,
that
no
card's
one does, because why would it be?
garbage. Well,
That's the worst summoned skull in existence.
holy cow. Okay, I'll set this and end my turn. Wow, I got baited. I have one of the worst cards I've ever seen in my deck then.
So you want to know a
Holy
funny
cow.
story? The reason I learned about the card Sand Stone is because in a different prog, a friend set it as a normal monster, and then when we attacked into it, we were like, "Hey, what the?"
Darn. I'm on
him.
the receiving end now.
Guess who's back? Face down again? This is risky. Do I do the good play or the funny play?
Do you know who you're asking?
Fair enough. I'm going to normal summon Jirai Gumo.
Oh yes,
there
he's
it
here.
He's here. And yes, we're gonna go right on in. I'm gonna attack this face down. We're gonna call tails. My luck is known to be extremely good. Fuck.
It has failed.
So that's 3,500 life.
And now my strategy comes to fruition. It's Magician of Faith.
No!
Wow.
Oh my god.
So you're recycling tremendous fire.
Oh no.
And you actually burned them by 4,000 this turn.
I am playing Metal Raiders Bird,
Oh my
which
god.
is the funniest thing.
I was like, man, you're playing tremendous fire. Jirai Gumo could be the worst decision I've ever made, and it was.
I gotta do math.
Don't do math. I don't like it when burn players do math. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Jirai Gumo into lose.
Into lose?
Yeah.
Almost as embarrassing as Barrel Dragon
Alright.
into lose.
I activate Fissure.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's happening. So
the
that's,
lowest attack.
Yeah.
That's.
No, it gets even funnier
Oh no.
because I activate Shield and Sword,
Oh no!
100 attack Jirai Gumo.
and then I normal summon Cannon Soldier.
Am I dead? Oh
You
my
might
god.
I will
Me?
beat over for 700.
For 17.
17. Oh no, 700 because it got shielded sword.
Yeah, it
Oh,
switches-
yeah, wait.
It swaps itself.
Oh my god, yeah, right. That's 100.
And then I will attack directly with Cannon Soldier for
For 14.
14. You seem to be alive unless there's another tremendous fire in your future.
I am ostensibly alive.
I will activate my Tremendous Fire. You know that I recovered.
Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead.
I will declare Cannon Soldier tributing
Oh,
7
no!
colored fish, and I will declare Cannon Soldier
Cannon
tributing
Soldier
as well.
lethal!
I'm dead!
My plan worked!
Jirai Gumo!
Oh my god!
I want you to know, during my deck profile, I said I am playing Tremendous Fire because the other two are probably on Dark Elf Jirai Gumo. And I will steal lethals. And I was playing Cannon Soldier for also stealing lethals.
I had summoned Skull in hand. The moment I heard you were doing math, I felt the fear of God in my soul,
yeah, no,
man.
you know that only means lethal and nothing else. Oh,
Yeah.
I found my gimmick.
Uh-oh. You know what I find funny? So far, we have our cards and profile pictures set to, like, color theming with me and Zae. We have, like, blue and red.
True.
But then, Meow, you just have fancily dressed women.
Yeah, don't think about that too much, or else you might uncover a secret truth about me. Anyway, I'm gonna activate Pot of Greed, which just likes to be in my hand so he can show up to lose. Speaking of.
I wish I could do that. Oh my god!
Alright, we're gonna...
Did you Pot of Greed too close to the sun?
We're gonna send 2 cards. We're gonna pass. That sounds fine by me. I'm also gonna set a card.
Takes me back to the years ago when we played Legend of Blue Eyes.
It was kind of years ago. That video took forever to produce. Alright, here's the plan. We're gonna go ahead and flip up Magician of Faith to get my 3rd Pot of Greed this game.
Oh, heavens.
And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tribute Magician of Faith and also Prevent Rat for Barrel Dragon again.
He's back.
I'm gonna
Back again.
activate Barrel Dragon's Ignition effect, and I'm gonna target this set because I hate it the most. Let's start flipping. That's a tails.
Tails.
That's a heads.
Head.
Come on,
50,
baby.
50
Do it
once
again.
more.
Do it again. Alright, that's fine.
Oh, happy swear word alert.
Happy swear
Wee
word.
woo,
wee
happy
woo.
swear word.
Be a
It
man
is.
eater bug and make me lose. It would be so funny.
Revolution.
It's the cocoon.
The question is, do you have the moths?
Go ahead and play a Fisher and then summon White Magical Hat so you can... Oh my god! So you can rip the Pot of Greed from my hand. I'm gonna Solemn Judgment that.
Then why did you put Barrel Dragon in
Nah, I
the
was joking.
No.
I can't
Okay.
believe you solemn judgmented me.
I thought it would help.
Yeah.
I will summon the fish.
Alright.
I will move the battle and attack.
Yeah, I'll take 18. Yeah, let's summon Bladefly. This guy sucks, but he's in my deck.
I considered playing it if I had enough wins to support it.
I'm gonna block attack the 7-colored fish.
And now I'm going to stop defense the 7-colored fish.
That card's banned. Otherwise, I would totally do that.
It's on 1100.
It's an 1100. If you have to do math to get over it, I'm sorry.
No, I was just making sure. Because there's a funny thing I can do because of that exact attack value.
Oh, wonderful.
I
But
think
do I do
Bladefly is
it?
kind of cute, though. Is that just
Bladefly
me?
is a little cute.
I want to play hacky sack with him.
What?
I will normal summon Witch of the Black Forest.
Ah, this is as bad as it gets.
I will crash with Bladefly.
Yeah, take your ridiculous value.
I will add Dark Elf.
Yeesh.
Ooh, the Delph.
Don't say that.
What, you don't like the Delph? Does it sound a little too similar to something?
Stop accusing me of things I didn't say. Let's Pot of Greed now. I've been holding on to it for a while. It's starting to twitch in my hand. Wow, I'm gonna have to discard the hand size now.
Let's go.
So much Pot of Greed.
If only I had infinite cards. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna normal summon 7-colored fish.
Okay.
Wow, there's been a lot of fish.
We're gonna, yeah, it's almost like it's the best normal summon in this set.
Yeah.
We're gonna equip it with Stem Pack.
Ooh.
Okay.
And we're gonna lose to Man-Eater Bug Turbo.
Nope. It's a rat.
Sick. All right. End phase. Hold on. Don't start your turn yet. I have to discard.
What does the rat prevent?
It prevents rats. Why are you confused?
Oh, it's not a rat that prevents. It prevents rats.
Yeah, that thing prevents rats. I don't know what it is,
Oh.
but it's rat prevention.
Anyways, activate block attack.
Yeesh. All right.
Flip summon Giant Soldier of Stone. Normal summon Delph.
The Delph.
Yeesh. All right.
I think Delph and Queen Phantom King would get along.
Probably.
In my 1000.
Man, Dark Elf is way better than Jirai Gumo, huh?
Yes, she is. Oh boy, it's just not good over here. I'm gonna normal summon my own Dark Elf. Notice that I say Dark and Elf. It's 2 syllables and quite easy.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think she's a bit of a Delph, you know?
Stop saying Elf. I'm gonna attack over Giant Soldier of Stone for a pleasely 1000.
I mean,
If what you're about to say is Delph related, shut up.
it is Delph related. Happy,
fine.
if you just attack directly four times with Dark Elf, you can make it a tie.
I actually can't. You can't attack with Dark Elf unless you have 1,000
Oh right,
or
it's
more.
a cost.
We'll see if this does anything. Activate Tribute to the Doomed.
Oh boy, I
man.
might lose.
Discard Magician of Faith.
All right.
Now that's a card I wish I had gotten.
Let's hope this back row is just a farce. I normal summon Jirai Gumo.
Oh, it's Jover. All right. So
What if it's Mirror Force?
Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and solemn judgment that. Oh.
I activate Stem.
Yeah, go ahead and swing in for lethal.
Hold on, I just want to see if the Jirai Gumo does.
Oh,
its
true.
thing.
Yeah.
This is important to me.
Let me
personally.
make sure I do this in the correct order. Pay 1,000. Flip a coin that will be tails, obviously.
Tails never fails.
Easy.
How?
No gores here, I'm afraid. Damn.
You couldn't even gores. You have paralyzing potion set.
And you two thought the 46 cards was not optimal.
To be fair, I threw harder than anybody ever has. All right, hold on. I need y'all to see. I need y'all to see this.
Boy,
Thing.
yeah, that
'Cause
was
I'm actually
a train wreck.
Wow, Happy, your deck was literally just Barrel Dragon and a Dream, huh?
It really is. I got nothing. I guess I'll go first. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, the deck was Barrel Dragon, as many 2k defenders as I could cram in there. And then I was like, I have 3 Bladefly and some wind monsters. They're bad. It's all bad. I did get 2 White Magical Hat, but I never had an opportunity where the board was clear to just rip a card, so they went unplayed. Only 2 Stem Pack, which is probably one of the most powerful cards in the set. But I got a Solemn Judgment, so, you know, that'll be relevant for a long
7
time.
tools.
7 tools is great. I just didn't get to resolve it because no one played a trap.
Yeah. I have one in my deck.
Yeah, someone else can go ahead now.
Alright. So, as many 2K defenders as I can, because of course.
I'm noticing a theme.
The good attackers of 7 Colorfish, Jirai Gumo, and Durko. Tribute to the Doomed.
Tribute to the Doomed, I think, is a really legit card.
Oh, absolutely.
Stim Pack, because that's also kind of a removal. The card that no one is talking about, this Time Wizard I pulled.
You sure did get a Time Wizard.
I'm so sad we didn't get to see
get
that.
to use it. It is searchable off Witch, though. Castle of Dark Illusion is essentially a 2K defender.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
You simply don't need 3 copies of Flame Cerebris here.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision.
You're right, but I was like, possibly could come up. Shield and Sword, because of all my 2K defenders, it turns them into 2K attackers.
That's true.
And also it's kind of a removal.
Yeah, I probably should have considered Shield and Sword. I honestly just looked at it and went, ew. And the number of 2K defenders I was running, though, I probably should have considered it.
My deck is cracked.
Yeah, no, this looks good.
Look at this fucking deck.
Oh, I lost to someone playing Sword of Deep-Seated.
True.
Alright, Ace, tell us about your Yami beatdown.
Yeah, so...
Is that Greymoth?
So it legit was. So to go in order, yeah, we have just a whole bunch of pretty good fiends. Did not realize Marinfin was a 5-star. That I would have obliterated that card on site. I had no idea. I was like, oh, 1550.
Like
that's pretty good. I'll throw that in. And then y'all were just like, that's 5 stars, and I was like, why? Why is it?
I appreciate the one of Petite Moth Cocoon of Evolution Great Moth.
I wanted that so
Mighty
bad.
optimistic, are we?
I only ever drew one of the pieces. I wanted to bring it out so badly. But yeah, literally the entire reason I made the deck as is just because I pulled one Summoned Skull. I was like, I literally have to play it.
That's quite rational.
Wait, you also pulled a Gate Guardian piece.
I did. I pulled the Kaze-Jin, and I was like, you know what? This is probably worth running, if only as like another big thing.
I mean, it's got a good effect.
It's a fine 2 tribute monster. Not quite as good as Barrel Dragon, though.
Yeah, not near as good as Barrel Dragon, but like if your opponent doesn't have removal, then they just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's pulled a Heavy Storm too.
I did indeed pull a Heavy Storm.
What the?
That's a Heavy
What
Storm
in the
to play
world?
around. Did you not pull any Stim Pack?
I did. Again, I do not know what is good about these.
That's fair enough.
I just did not realize that it was that good. Y'all are like, this is like the best card in the game, and I'm sitting there and I was like,
it's my opinion that Sword of Deep-Seated is just objectively worse. That card has griefed me. That card has lost me more games than I can count. Alright, I guess we'll move on to bans.
Yeah, what do we even want to ban?
I'll take a peek again. I don't feel like there's anything that we pulled that's like super gross that I want banned.
One of us could ban Pot of Greed.
One of us could ban Pot of Greed. I don't know why Ace would be the one to do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hurts Ace the most and me the least.
I don't know. I think Pot of Greed is a fine card to keep around.
We saw me resolve a Pot of Greed 3 times in 2 turns and fucking lose.
Yeah. Legitimately impressive.
I think I'm gonna ban Magician of Faith, even though I have one, but you kind of buried us with it.
That is the right call, but I was hoping you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
Magician of Faith is kind of nuts.
Yeah, my ban is Magician of Faith.
Yeah, that's a smart one.
That's fair, but I am sad.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Tremendous Fire.
Wow. Alright.
I'm still not sure, but no, man, I should leave and burn. Let's get rid of Giant Soldier of Stone. I don't like him.
Wow, okay, sure.
He has too much attack. Why? Stop it.
You are correct in that statement. What am I banning? I really want to ban Colorfish.
I won't.
No one can stop you.
That is correct. It's up myself. What rarity is Sky Scout?
Common, I believe.
Oh heavens.
Let me look.
That's fair.
We could make a suicide pact to ban Sky Scout next pack.
Hell no, I have 3 Bladefly.
Oh man, I should ban Bladefly.
No! Anyway, did you decide on a ban, Zae? This video is already an hour.
I know, I can't think of what to ban because all your cards suck.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't even know if Solemn Judgment is good for a while. I'm gonna be real. Alright, I'll split the difference. I'll ban 7 tools.
Oh,
7 tools?
so rude. I didn't even get to resolve it. All right.
You're not allowed to pay 1,000 of your life points. You must pay half of them instead.
Oh, man.
Alright.
Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to tune in next time to see us open up Magic Ruler, the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh set to print burger-related cards. Also, the channel is a Discord. It's the best place to get updates about future uploads, and newly to come in and chat with the people of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Show cast. You know, if you feel so inclined. Consider joining if you want to make some friends, and you want those friends to be me. Alright, that's all. Bye now.